Hey everyone, I'm Jamie and welcome back to Teachers Tech. Today we're going to be diving into something that's going to change the way you work, Microsoft 365 Copilot. Now, I know what you're thinking, another AI tool. How is this different? Well, imagine having a superpowered assistant built right into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all your favorite Microsoft apps. An assistant that can write, design, analyze, even generate images for you, all while keeping your data secure. That's exactly what Copilot is. And in this beginner's guide, I'm going to show you step by step how to unlock its incredible potential to save you time and boost your productivity. Let's get started. So who exactly can get their hands on this game-changing technology? The great news is that Microsoft 365 Copilot is available to all commercial, education, and consumer subscribers of Microsoft 365. That means if you have a Microsoft 365 subscription, whether it's for your business, your school, or even your personal use, you'll have access to these core Copilot features that we're about to explore. There's no extra upsell required for this integrated chat experience within your apps, which is fantastic news for everyone. First of all, where do you access Microsoft 365 Copilot? Well, this is a rebranding from where we used to just log in at office.com. Actually, you would still log in at office.com, and I'll put the link down below in the description. Then you can just go ahead, get signed in with your account. Now, when we get logged in, the first thing you're probably going to notice is there is a complete redesign. And the first thing that I thought of when I logged in, I was wondering, where are all my apps like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and all of them? Well, that's what I want to show you first. I'm going to go down to apps right here and click on it, and you're going to see access to all of them right here. Now, if you want to be using any of these quickly, what we can do, if we go to Microsoft Word and go to more options, if we hit pin, notice we have quick access right here. If I go to Excel and hit pin, we can add that. We can take these away just by unpinning them. Now, these will quickly get you to the online version of Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, but a lot of people like working on the desktop app. If we're back in Copilot here in the top right-hand corner, if you click down under Install Apps, you'll notice this is where you go ahead and install them on your computer here. We also can install Copilot desktop app on your computer. And if you want to get this on your mobile devices, whether it be Android or iOS, just click on this and you're going to get a QR code that you can scan and quickly get Copilot on your devices. Throughout the rest of this tutorial, I'll be going through the features of this sidebar, including the search, the chat, exploring AI agents, creating your own AI agent, looking at pages and what you can do with them, and creating amazing images and graphics inside M365 Copilot. I want to go to chat next and explain how this can be a powerful feature to get ahead on your work. If you've used ChatGPT before, you're going to find this is very familiar then to you. Copilot's intelligence is deeply connected to OpenAI's technology. Microsoft has invested billions of dollars into OpenAI and licensed GPT-4, and you can see we can even try GPT-5 up here. This powers Copilot language understanding and generation capabilities. I want to point out this in the top right-hand corner, the enterprise data protection. You can feel secure when using M365 Copilot that none of your data or your prompting or any of the information is being used to train large language models. So you can feel secure when using this. If we move over here and I mentioned ChatGPT 5, just simply click on this and you're going to be using the most current model available. If we move down, you're going to see that they have some suggested prompts here. If I go to see more and I'll move down, you can see all the different ways that you can get ideas that they already have for you. And I'm going to come back and just demo a few of these, but I want to point out the prompt gallery as well, because if you click on this and open it up, you can start going through the filters to see what the specific prompt that they already have ready for you. This can save you a lot of time because it starts with a prompt and then you just have to put in your own information. So this is a great way to save some time when using these pre-made suggested prompts. Let's move back up here and I'm just going to click on this one right here. List key points from file. Well, what files are they going to talk about? So as soon as I click on this, notice if we ever put in the /, this will give access to the files in Microsoft OneDrive that you have. I can upload files as well. So if I was going to go ahead and if I had something on my computer, I can go and add work content. I can upload images and files, and I can attach from the cloud. So you can do it in different ways. But just with this simple /, if I go back and I hit / again, notice that it's there. So if I move down to, let's say, this document right here, it's going to be pulling from that information. So if I send this away, you're going to see that it's focused on that document that was being connected in my OneDrive that pulled up. And if I click on sources, you're going to see that it opens up right here. If you want to go and start a new prompt, I can just go back to chat. It's going to be bringing me back to this home page. Now, let's say I want to just ask it to do through voice. I can use it right here. So start dictation. I'm going to say, I will keep this easy. What are the key points from this PowerPoint? I'm going to stop the dictation and I'm just going to go /. And I want to point out when you're searching for something. So if I was looking for, since I'm looking for a dog's PowerPoint, notice as I start typing, it's giving me all the information. So you can kind of do a search through this. So if I go ahead and click on this, it's going to look through the PowerPoint and find the key points from it. So notice now it's even suggesting some things that it could do. I could go ahead and ask it to do something, but maybe I do want to turn it into a blog post for all these features here. So let's click on it and see what happens. So now I have this blog post. And remember, this just started as a PowerPoint and about 20-30 seconds later, I have a blog post. Another way we can start a new chat is just by clicking up top here. And you can create images. So if I go ahead and ask it to create an image of a friendly golden retriever sitting on a green grass in a bright daylight, looking at the camera with happy expression, let's go ahead and send this. And just like that, I have my image of my friendly golden retriever. If I go ahead and click on it, you'll see where you can download it. You can say if this turned out, if you liked it or disliked it to help when it's creating these images. You can copy paste from here as well. And you can see that the content credentials will say generated with AI. If we close out of this, I want to point out over here, these are all of our conversations. So I can go back to any of these. So if I was going back to what are the key points, all of these are going to be easily accessible. If I go to the more, you'll see if I want to rename this, I can go ahead and rename it, or I can delete any of my conversations. I can click on all conversations, and this will just show me a different way I can search for them up here or do some filtering. Did you know Copilot has memory? And I'm going to show you how to use this because this can save a lot of time. Let's start by a simple prompt. I'm going to say, I manage a small dog spa called Pooch Haven Spa. They offer grooming, doggy facials, and weekly pup and polish events where owners and pets get pampered. I'm just going to go ahead and send this. Notice right away it says memory updated, and I can manage memories. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. But first of all, I want to know what they know about me right now. So I'm going to go to start a new chat. And I'm just going to say, create a short email I could send to clients about a new seasonal offer, 20% off dog facials. I didn't tell them what company I'm from, but if I go ahead and send this now, I'll move down and look at this. It pulled out the information of Pooch Haven Spa because that's in the memory. I think this memory usage is a big part about being efficient with Copilot. I'm going to go up to here and to the settings, and we're going to go to personalization. Here was the memory. So if I go to here, this is what the memory I added through the prompt. I can delete the memory as well. But I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go give custom instructions. So I want to just kind of have my responses already set up where I don't have to put this into the prompt each time. So I'm going to give it a bunch of information here. So I'm going to say this right through here. I'm the manager of Pooch Haven Spa. Kind of already knew that, but I'll add it anyway. Cheerful dog grooming, wellness business that offers all these different things. I love friendly, upbeat communication with a touch of humor. And I'm just going to scroll down, and I kind of gave it even different taglines as examples that it could put in. So there's a few different, just kind of an idea of how to write. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And then once it's saved, I'm going to exit out and go to a new chat to see how this changed things. And I can see right away it's matching the tone I asked. If I look here, the possum guessed how it's doing the wordplay here. I can see the love for their job coming out through the text. It feels very personalized through this, that I could go ahead and just update where it has that information here. So you can see if you get this information in the memory, how much time it could save you. And at any time you want to add more to memory, just simply go and ask it to. So in this case, we added a mobile grooming van called Paw Express. Remember that. And as soon as I send that off, you'll see that the memory is updated, and I can go manage those memories at any time. Search in Microsoft 365, Copilot hasn't gotten more powerful with the use of AI. As soon as you click in, you can quickly access the apps files just like before, or you can do a search for any documents. But what I like is going down here with the recent files. They even have these quick suggested prompts on the side. So in case we go to, let's say this one, the spa services, I could draft an introduction. If I hit the +3, it even shows me more ideas on this. So let's go to summarize this. And what it does at this point is it brings me over to chat again. So it's just a different way to get into the documents, just like I showed you before when we used the / and then we could prompt it. The same thing's happening. Now it's going to be saved in one of our conversations, and we could go ahead and dig further down into this. Now, at the bottom of any of these prompts, you'll notice a few more things. So we could go and share the response or open in Microsoft Word. You can also even add it to pages. I haven't set any pages up yet, so I'm going to go do that now. So pages are right here. So let's go to all pages. And we're going to go, because we don't have any pages yet, we're going to go right here and create a new page. Let's go ahead and just give it a name here. You're probably wondering, what are Copilot pages? Well, they're living documents that Copilot creates or uses to organize information, summaries, and ideas for your chats or your agents. Think of them as an interactive workspace, kind of a mix between Microsoft Loop pages and OneNote pages powered by AI. On any of these pages, you can start typing just like normal here. You can hit enter to start a new line. If I put a / at any time, it gives me quick access to all the things that I can make on this. If it is going to be an action items, maybe I want a checklist and I can just go from there. But you can see all the different things you can quickly add to this. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and add some other things from Copilot that we've been working on. So what I'm going to do is just close out of this. I did rename that action items up top. So if we hit close and we go back to the summary from the last one we were at, if I notice now, if I go to add to recent pages, I only have the one page right in here currently. So you could make more pages. And now all this information goes to this. So on this now I could easily share. So if I click share, I can have a page link right to this, or I can embed or provide access to this page with other Microsoft 365 apps as well. So it's how, if you've ever used Microsoft Loop before, very similar to how that works. I'll put a link to my Loop video, and I'm going to have a newer one of those come up as well. I can also open this up in Microsoft Word. Now let's explore one of Copilot's most powerful new features, agents. And notice here we have Explore Agents and we have Create Agent. I'll just click on Explore Agent to start with. Now, if you're wondering, well, what is an agent? Think of an agent as your own custom AI coworker that you can design to handle ongoing tasks or specialize in a certain topic, just like a teammate who never forgets instructions. So they have some already created for you that will help you with complex tasks. Now, if you look at these, if I click on Prompt Coach, you'll get an information what this will do for you. So this will write and improve your prompts, and you'll see where it works from different ones with across Office, Teams, and we can go ahead and add this. Now, over on the side, we have quick access to this prompt coach. I could go ahead and ask it just like before, or let's go with this one right here. Help me generate a prompt to be used in Copilot. This is a great way to get started using Copilot is one of these agents and helping you to understand how to prompt. I just want to pop over to a different account of mine. And in this licensing, I actually have Copilot purchased as an add-on to this. And you'll notice under agents, I have a few more options. I have researcher and an analyst. So if you don't have those, and if you're wondering where they are, you do need to have the paid for version of Copilot added on to that, where you get a few more options. You're going to notice that you can create your own agent and you can just describe what you want, and then you can go through and configure it. You can give it specific instructions, knowledge, and in a few minutes, you'll have this agent. I went through in a different video, and I'll connect this here, how I created PoochPal, and similar topic. We go through and we add a website, knowledge base, and we get this to start doing things for us. So make sure you check out that video if you want to learn more about creating an agent. And then I have it even going a step further with using Microsoft Copilot Studio to automate things. So check that out. Here's something that is overlooked inside Microsoft 365 Copilot, and that is create. You have the option to create so many different things. So I'm going to just close the side panel now. Now, like before, we can create an image, just describe what we want. And I kind of did that just through the basic prompting through chat. But if you look through, you can design infographics, and they give you different ones that you can start with, the prompt that they're going to start with. You could create a story. You could design a poster, and they have the different prompts that you can just change. Where it's blue here, you can put what you want in there. So they give you the part of the prompt, and it just makes it easy to adapt it. Look at editing images. So if you want to change the background, the color of an image, do you want to erase an object? Look at all the different options that you have here that you can do right inside Microsoft Copilot. And then you even have more here that you can start presentations from, create a banner, or even a form. Let's do a quick example with create an image. And I'm just going to go and look for a certain one I can change. Here we can place a product on the model, place a design on the product, place a character in the scene. Let's try this one here. So I'm going to start with this prompt. And here is the prompt here. I'm not going to make any changes, but this is all editable here. I can also add content, style if I want. You'll notice that we can do all the different style of different ones here. If I click it again, it closes. We can choose any colors that we want. And if we want it square, we can go from there. So I want to replace this. I'm going to go and grab this picture of me. I don't know how that will match, but we'll see. We'll get an idea here. And I'm just going to go ahead and click create. And here I am in that image. I think they did a pretty good job there. Maybe a few more wrinkles than I wanted, but we can still make changes to this. I could go through, add to the prompt here, my style, my colors, and I can make updates. But again, how quickly you can all do this in one place in Microsoft 365 Copilot. What I find really exciting now is that I can access Copilot in my Microsoft apps even without the paid for version. So in this account right here, I don't have the paid for version. And I'm going to go over to my Microsoft Word, and I'm logged in as the same user with the same licensing. Under the Home tab, if I look over to the right-hand side, I have Copilot here. And I want to point out this first, open the navigation panel, because it's very similar to what I was showing you in Copilot. It's just built into these different Microsoft apps now. You can see the conversations are all still here that I was having with Copilot before. I even have my prompt coach here because this is an agent I added and it's all part of the same account. If I close this, if I come back to here, if I want to open something up, if I go /, you're going to see that I have access to the same files that I had with the normal one. So if I was going to open up this one right here, and I can ask a question, and I'm going to say, give me a list. And it will analyze that document and answer it here. Now, it doesn't put this right into the document right away. I actually have to go ahead and copy and paste this over. So if I go to the bottom of this, you're going to notice that I can do a few things. I can click to add to doc here, and it places it right in here. I can copy the response and then paste it. I can share the prompt and copy with this response. And I have a few more options even to read aloud here. Let's test this out in Microsoft Excel. Let's go open up some data here. Here's some sales data. Let's pop open Copilot. Let's stretch out this a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. And we're going to ask it to create 2 charts to summarize the data. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what it gave us here. And you can see it's already prompting for some other ideas, but we'll move down a little bit and let's go ahead. We can do a few things here. We can copy the preview. We have display options. We can even download it as code PNG. I'm just going to go ahead and download it really quickly and let's bring it back as a picture. This was the first one that was created and that was with just that simple prompt. Let's move down here a little bit more because I think they created another one right here. We'll download this one and open this one up and you can see they created this line chart. All that with that simple prompt. In PowerPoint, let's say we need another image added to this slide here where I don't have anything. Let's go over to Copilot here. You can see some of the ideas. I think this one right here, create an image for this slide. What's the image I want? I want it to be this one right here. All right, let's see what they created. And look at what I was asking for, rubber duckies, happy expression, water droplets, and here we go. There we have it. So if I go to insert, I can quickly add it to that slide now. So there you have it, your beginner's guide to getting started with Microsoft 365 Copilot. We've seen how you can use the main chat interface, bring it directly into your apps like Word and Excel to save time, and even get creative with generating images. My biggest piece of advice is to just jump in and start experimenting. Ask it questions and see how it can help you with your documents. And you'll quickly see how much time it can save you in your daily workflow. Now, we just scratched the surface today. If you want to go deeper into a specific area, like creating your own AI agents, check out those other videos I mentioned. Thanks for watching this week. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.